Morning, good evening, whichever time zone you are in. So we are starting a new series that is programming for beginners. So most of the students are asking, we need SQL videos in your channel. So can you please share SQL related topic, SQL related topic videos? So we are starting a new series, and I have prepared this material 4 years back. So here in this material, even from non-IT student, I mean, they don't have any technical computer science background. So if you go through this material step by step, so they can understand the database concepts, SQL concepts in a simplified manner. So totally it has 135 pages, 137 pages, sorry. So you can learn SQL in uh, simply. You can learn SQL simply. So just you have to go through this document step by step. Okay, so this is the topic. I mean, like the content in this 137 pages of material. So I will share this material with free of cost. No need to pay anything. Just you need to reach me in WhatsApp. Just you need to reach me in WhatsApp. So I need SQL programming for beginners material. Just if you text this, I will forward this to you. Otherwise, I will share a Google Drive link so that I can download from that Google Drive link. Okay. So these are the topics like entire the 135 pages has. So here we will be introducing about the SQL. Okay. So normally in the data warehousing, so the data is always in a form of structured data. So we don't see an unstructured data. So we'll be dealing with data that pulling from different tables, especially if we're working on RDBMS, like any RDBMS like DB2, Oracle, Teradata, Sybase, whatever it may be. So here data we're extracting from tables, and from files we'll be loading data into tables, and from XMLs we'll be loading to tables, and from Excels we'll be loading data into tables. So here data warehousing data is a structurized data. Okay. So now let's go to the first topic, SQL introduction. And SQL introduction. And today we will see how to create a tables. Okay. So how to create a tables, how to insert the data into a tables, and how to insert the data by value and address method. Okay. So we'll discuss first three topics. Yeah. So this is the introduction. Okay. So SQL has been structurized. SQL has been structured into 5 categories. What are those 5 categories? One is data definition language. So that we will call it as DDL, data definition language. Okay. And the second one is data manipulation language. So data manipulation language. So here data manipulation language in the sense like once the table is created, we will be insert the data, and we can modify the data. And if you want to unnecessary data to be deleted, you can delete that particular data in the table. So coming to the data definition language. So what is meant by data definition language? So here to store a data, okay, so we need to have a structurized table. We need to have a table. Okay. So without table, we can't store the data in a database. We need a table. So we can we need to create table. And once the table is created, if you want to make some alteration, if you want to make some changes, okay, so we need to make some changes. And the next part is we can drop the table. So already table is created and I want to drop the table. That means why I'm dropping the table. So that is not at all needed in my data warehousing system. Okay. So we got approval from the business so that we can drop the table, means we can drop that particular table. Okay. And the next thing is truncate. Truncate means here there is a differences between delete and truncate. So we can restore the data back when we use delete option, but when you use truncate means we cannot restore the data back. So here the difference is delete is a DML command and DDL truncate is a DDL command, and rename if you want to rename the column name. Okay, if you want to rename the table name, so this rename can be used. So these are the DDL functions. Okay, so now here, first of all, we need to create a table, right? So how to create a table? So this is the basic syntax. Like we have various data types called numbers, okay, and varchar, date. Okay, so we'll be dealing with these data types and decimals. In data stage, you can see decimals. Okay, numbers we can use, and a character. Char you can use, or varchar you can use, nvarchar. Okay. So recently, one of my student who got opportunity to work with Wipro, and the project is they are moving, I mean, like data to HANA database. So they are retiring the Oracle system. The client is retiring the Oracle system, and existing Oracle system, wherever it is there, that is totally moving the data to SAP HANA. Okay. So there will be a slight variation between one database to another database. Just we need to closely work with respect to syntaxes and modify the code, and once the code modified, the modification is done, then development is done, then we need to test it and move the code to production once we get all the approvals. Okay, so here nvarchar is the common data type that we be using in SAP HANA. So now, how to create a table? So the basic syntax, like here I'm considering 3 columns in while creating the table. Create table, table name. So create table, table name. So if you see here, this is the syntax: create table, table name. Okay, and column 1 data type 1, column 2 data type 2, and so on. And we have to provide a comma here. Okay, so create table, student table we are creating, and number, NUM, or number, whatever you can use. Okay, number, name is always a string data type. So it can our names are in strings, right? I mean it's a string data type. So number in the sense like our employee ID. So every organization, most of the cases, our employee ID will be in numbers only. Number, okay, and marks also in the score, the percentage achieved. Okay, so that will be in the numbers only. Okay, now let's execute this particular SQL in the table. Say the syntax in database. Okay, so copy this, copy, and just you need to copy paste here. So now let's check whether the student table is available or not. So in the database, we don't have any student table. Now what I am doing, so I'm executing this. Okay. So here you can see here query completed. Okay, student table got created. Now let's select star. Let's retrieve the data. Select star from student. Okay. So here there is no data. So table has been created. What is the next step? So we need to insert the data. Okay, so create is a DML command. Okay. Sorry, create is a DDL command. And now table has been created. The next step is we need to insert the data. So what are the ways, what are the mechanisms? Okay, so that we can insert the data. Okay, so here we can insert the data by value method, and we can insert the data by address method. Okay, so now let's see this inserting the data. Okay, how to insert the data? What is the syntax for inserting the data? So we can insert the data based on value method. So here insert into table name values, we have to provide the value. So here when you consider the entire table name, okay, so you have to provide the values on the you have created the table. So in student table, I have created number, name, and marks, right? So similar way, so uh, you need to write a insert syntax as insert into student values 1 and Sudha and marks 100. Okay, so like that you have to insert. You have to write an insert statement. Okay, so here this is the syntax. Just copy this. Some okay, some polling. So that you can see. Yeah, now it will be this. Okay, so query got completed. Now let's select the. So just reconnect. SQL DBX, if you reconnect means new tables which are created. You can see here the student table has been created. Okay. Select student. So here we are inserting the data. Okay. Now we can see here records got inserted. Okay. So now let's insert another record. So just I will add 200 and number 2. So here the value and 200. Let's roll back whatever the data that has been inserted. Uh, it will be it won't insert the data permanently. Okay. So to insert the data permanently, we have to use the syntax called commit. Okay. So commit is a syntax. Click on commit. So now data will be stored permanently in the database. Okay. So two records we have inserted. Okay. So now let's move on to how to insert the data. Okay. So you can enter any other records. Okay. So by taking number ID number 3, you can enter some other person name. Okay. Now we will insert the data in by using address method. Okay. So how to insert the data using address method? What is the syntax for that? Insert into student, insert into table name, insert into table name is student here, and values, and we have to provide this ampersand at the rate number data type. Sorry, column name. So if it is string, you need to provide in double quotes. Okay. If it is not string, just if you give ampersand and followed by column, so that will be one. So now let's copy. So here, you have to provide the values like 3 and marks was 300. Continue. So now let's see the. So here it is. Amazon is something we need to change. Just a second. So the name should be in name. So let's execute this again. Here it is continuously getting inserted. Okay, so now how to delete this data? So number 3, delete the data. Delete from, syntax for delete the data. Delete from table name, student, student, where number is equals to 3. This is 3. So now press on commit. Now select the data. So data has been deleted. Okay. So here address method, let's execute it in this SQL DB is not working properly. So SQL plus. SQL plus. Now here let's enter this where address insert by address method. Copy this. Okay, so here not getting copied. So we will enter normally. Set into student. Mark. is data got inserted. Commit complete. Now let's see here. Okay, so here we have inserted the data based on the address method. Okay, so we are stopping for today's video. So we'll continue the remaining topics. Insert the data on a specific value. Okay, so in the next class. So if you're watching my channel for the very first time, please click on the bell icon, and you will get choose for all the notification. You will get updates whatever I am posting the content. That will get a notification. That will give you a notification. Okay. So thank you. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next class. Thank you.